I knew I was going to forget to do that today. All right, cool. I just said we're doing bruises, scrapes, and scars. Bruises are like the basis of everything, which is why I start there, and it's really easy to do and it's kind of fun. I remember when I was in high school and I learned how to do this. By the way, these are really hard to open. Break off your finger trying to do it. Whew, they're gooey. I'll take this off. I'll breathe over here. When I was in high school and my teacher taught me how to do this, I remember I put this big, huge, like, thing on a girl's leg. I'm not gonna be able to see myself on the freaking screen. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be like this close staring at it. So yeah, okay, this will be interesting. I'll have to figure out something else for tomorrow. But anyway, she played softball, so I put this huge softball thing. So her mom freaked out and thought she got like belted with the ball. It was pretty cool. You guys have some of these. My suggestion would be to cut them in half. That's why I gave you one that was already cut in half. So that way they go further. Have better scissors than mine. All right. Typically, I start with yellow. I'm admitting. All right, you're gonna get uncomfortably close to me right about now, just so you know, because I can't see myself. I'm like this big in the corner of my screen. I really wish I knew how to make myself bigger. All right. So you're gonna put some yellow on a sponge. This is not gonna work. Hold on. I can't see myself. I'm gonna use this mirror. I'm gonna take it out of here though, so I don't have it in the way. Please stand up for you guys so that you won't have to have it in your hands, but I'm gonna try to do this without blocking the screen. Okay, can you see? I hope. Makeup all over me. Okay, let me know if I move out where you can't see me. So I'm gonna do like a bruise here with a scrape here. And if you think about how bruises go, they kind of fade in and fade out. Oh, another thing. To get this off your face easier, I made sure I put like my lotion on for the day. Because that way there's a barrier for your skin. So just a heads up. There is one thing, and it tends to bruise like in the tender parts on your eye, the tender parts. One thing I did not give you is for the scars. So when you go to do your scar, you might have to go find something. But I'm guessing most of you have some sort of mom or sister or girlfriend or something. You need to borrow their blush. And I'll show you that in a little bit here, but. All right, so this will be kind of the outer edges of my bruise. And I can come back and add to it. And then I'm just gonna use the other side. I'm gonna add some green. And if you think about a bruise, it's darker in the middle. Wow. Good job, Parker. Way to wake up. Woohoo! I got too much in that one spot. Hold on. It blends in really nice. I'm basically just dabbing. But you want it kind of light. There we go. I'm gonna wipe a little off. I kept getting weird spots. You can always come in with your fingers. In class, obviously we don't use fingers because we were all touching the same stuff, which is never good. But now you have your own little bins. So if you want to touch it, you can touch it. Okay. I'm gonna get a new one. A little bit of purple is probably what I'm going to use. Sometimes I use some blue, depends. We'll see how she looks. I haven't used these colors. I bought them. No, I think we're going to go blue. See how it kind of ages it? Sorry, if I'm blocking you, please tell me. I'm not looking there, I'm looking in the mirror. It kind of ages the bruise, so it looks a little bit older. I always love when we do this unit at school because kids go around like this, or I go around like this. I think I am going to use some blue. And I tell them it's our art class fight club. I had a person freaking out. I think was it on Facebook? I don't remember, but they're like, where did that come from? And I'm like, a student had done it on me. So I was like, oh, a student. They were freaking out. They're like, oh my gosh, did he get suspended? What happened? I was like freaking out. It was hilarious. I was like, calm down. The key to this is blending so you don't actually see the colors and so that they blend into each other. This purple isn't very dark, so I'm going to add a little blue to the purple and see if that will be better. Whoa, that's pretty blue. So in the canvas, it has you guys turn these in. So essentially what you're going to do is take pictures of what you do on yourself or on someone else. I don't care. It doesn't have to be on your face. You can do it on your arm or whatever. I'm going to bring this down because I'm going to put a scrape. Like right here, probably. So that way I can get all three in one. Well, two in one. Okay. If you don't have like edges, if it blends into your skin, it tends to look a little bit better. I think I need some yellow up here, don't I? The edges tend to be yellow and green. That's just the way our skin fades out. Like if you were get punched in the eye, like right in here, tends to stay pretty purple, but it's going to yellow over your nose, if that makes sense. All right, so realistic is what we're going for. Look up some pictures of bruises on your phone if you want, or your computer or whatever. Okay. All right. Miss Waller's been beat down. I'll put a picture of it on there because I know it's probably hard to see here. Let me do it real quick before I add to it. Okay. Bruise. It's the basis of everything. So we're going to do scrape underneath. Whack another one of these off. Oh wait, there we go. For the scrape, you're going to want this thing as well. This thing washes. Do not throw this away. Okay. This is going to wash out. These are much more expensive to buy, and I have to go to the theatrical shop to get them, or I'm online or whatever. So it's the Stipply sponge. That's going to help with the texture of the scrape. So I'm going to use a little bit of black and a little bit of red on the same spot. So I'm going to dab in here. I can open my thing. I use this to open mine. Use something to open yours. Got them on the handle. Okay. So a little bit of red, a little bit of black. Not too much, because it's a little harder to blend out with this, and definitely less black because the black goes a long way, just like painting. If anybody likes painting, it's the same basic concept. So you can see how the black shows up way more than the red does. So I'm going to add a little bit more red to that. And it's kind of a dab and a drag. Ooh, that's not too much. It's kind of a dab and a drag. This stuff's really thick. I'm really just dabbing it in the little bin too when I try to get it, because I don't want a lot. The black, really all it should do is make deeper spots where the scrape is, if that makes sense. If you got like funny spots where it's too dark, just dab it. And now I've been scraping. I sort of want some more bruise around down here, but hopefully it's big on your screen so you guys can see. Ouch. All right, let's see what somebody said. Oh, here, let me. I'm at school. Where are you? Faven, in my room. Oi, Faven. In my room. All right. Okay, so scrape. Now you're gonna have to break into your little baggie and you're gonna have to use one of your brushes. Now I gave you 3 brushes. You can use the brush on this if you want a thicker scar. If you don't want a thicker scar, you can use the end or like a toothpick or something. Oh, that one's black. I think that one you can see on the screen. So I think I'm just going to use this because I'm going to do a scar like above my lip, I think is all I'm going to do. Trying to figure out what to do, but and I'm like, well, nothing really goes with this because it wouldn't be scarred yet. So I don't need the Halloween makeup anymore. I'm going to close that. And then I'm going to show you what this stuff comes in. So I bought a bottle of this. You can get it in a small one. So if you end up needing more latex for something, or if you're like, this is fun, I want to do this for Halloween, to your family, your friends, whatever, you can get a small one like this. I just bought the big one and I just poured it in the little baggies for you guys. So I'm just going to use the lid. Or not. That's latex for you. So latex, if you're allergic to latex, don't do the latex. Does anybody know if they're allergic to latex? I guess I didn't ask anybody that. Hopefully not. But it's essentially like a balloon, you know, like the latex in a balloon. So you're gonna have a very rubbery thing on your face or your arm or your whatever. My suggestion is don't put it where you have a lot of hair. Okay, so I had some people do some stuff on their arm with like, some of these other things we get into are a little bit bigger and sometimes you put a layer of latex underneath, and they did it on their arm. That's not fun to take off. In fact, tomorrow we're gonna do goo, and I put latex underneath of this, and there's like the peach fuzz that's on your face. It was like, I have pictures of me like yanking it off and like pulls my face. It was like, rah. It was crazy. It's fun, but it can be painful if you have hair. So I think I can just get some on the end of my paintbrush. Gotta find my mirror. Hold on. Not dump this on my computer and my phone. And get where you guys can see. All right, so this goes on in layers. You know, this is like a waxing. All right, hold on. I want to go right here. If you want something bigger, sometimes it's nice to have jagged edges. Because if you think, like, before you do it, you should come up with like why you have the scar, I guess, for lack of a better reason. Because then you know what the scar should look like, right? So did you get in a bar fight and you got cut by a bottle? I mean, I don't know. So why do you have a scar? Like, what did it come from? And you're going to build this up in layers. Hello. You're going to build it up in layers as it dries. So I was going to do this before I started the other part and I forgot. Because that way it could be drying while I was doing the other stuff. As it dries, you can see that it kind of goes away. It'll turn clear. Oh, I'm pretty sure I had that in front of the thing. So that'll turn clear. You can build it up kind of as high as you want it. You know, bigger scars are going to be bumpier. Does anybody have a scar that you feel the scar, got a ridge on it? That's what you're kind of going for. So that's why you build it up. Are there questions at the moment while this dries a little? I'm not doing a really big one, so I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'll show you how to finish it. Questions? Raven, you missed bruises and scrapes. We'll have to show you, it's all good.
Yeah, when was pickup?
Say that again.
When was pickup?
When was pickup?
Like
pickup for what?
Pick up
For this?
Yeah.
I dropped it off with your dad last night. Did he not give it to you?
No, he didn't.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's there. Can I see your bag for a second? It looks like this. There's a bag that looks like this somewhere in your house. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, how's the drying coming? It's getting there. Sorry, I totally meant to do this at the beginning before I did it, but that's not the order I had it written down. But, oh, if you have it, like now would be the time to get, I'm just gonna use this cheap dollar store crap. But I'm guessing your sister, your mom, or whoever's got, your girlfriend, something's got some sort of blush. Let me look at my list of people doing this. I don't have my list. Yes. Yeah. Like at the end of this class. So whatever time you need to be able to go home or I mean, you can hang out and do your second class here if you want, but I ain't going nowhere. Okay. While we're waiting for this, does anybody know that they're coming in tomorrow? Because I told them I would give them a list and I never gave them a list for today. Because I had a couple people tell me, but then a couple people that didn't for my afternoon classes as well. Does anybody want to come in tomorrow? Tomorrow we're going to do goo. So that thing I just showed you on my face, tomorrow we're going to do that. I might as well talk about this. Before we hop on here tomorrow, you have a bag with some like fuzz and some yarn. You're going to want to shred your yarn. The idea, I'm like showing it to this picture of me. The idea of this is that it gets kind of long and fuzzy to look like veins. Okay, so the example that I took from that I liked is this. You can see how those look like veins and like some sort of weird sort of goo hanging out. That's why I just call it goo, because I'm like, I don't know what that is. Right? So that's what we're sort of going for. So if you can shred this, even if it's kind of fuzzballs like this, once you add the latex to it, and kind of line it up, it will make more vein, but it actually takes a little while to shred. So maybe as you're watching TV tonight, do some shredding. I would probably do a little bit, like this one's not finished. It should probably be thinner. Some thicker, some thinner, but that's awful thick. So just a heads up, I would try to get this done today so that it's ready to go for tomorrow. Okay. Not that you have to do it along with me, but if you are coming tomorrow, then you're going to want to have that part done. Does anybody know if they're coming tomorrow? You coming tomorrow? You ladies come tomorrow? Yeah, no? Yeah? Okay. Faven tomorrow or no? Okay. Let me know. Okay. I'm going to let the office know. All right. I think I'm dry enough. Technically, I should probably put a couple more layers on there, at least in the middle, like to build it up. But I'm going to show you how to finish it off before I do that. I can always come back. So you have some blush, and you have like, well, you don't have blush, but go find some blush because you don't really need any. Just use one of the little Q-tips. Get some on there. And then you're going to do along the edges. Because along the edges tends to be a little redder. And it will accentuate, and that's not all the way dry. Sorry, I'm blocking it. That's not all the way dry, which is why it's still white, but it will, the more you build it, the more it will have a light thing in the middle. So just know that, but if you think about a scar, they usually have a light thing in the middle anyways. So I basically just take the blush to go around the outsides in order to get it to look more like a scar. So I think on our Canvas page, I have a student that did a scar, I think on his eye or above his eye. That's a really good scar. I'm trying to think what I have for scars. I don't think I have anything else printed out, but I could show you here. There's stuff in my phone. But I mean, you can get as creative as you want with your scar. And again, I'm going to build this one up so it's a little taller before I take a picture of it. Because right now it just kind of looks weird. But you get the idea. Okay. When you're building it up, it's sort of like an anthill, right? So it's going to be a little higher in the middle than it kind of feathers off the edges. Not as blendy as when we did the makeup, but kind of. Okay. All right. I had a couple people pop in late. So I showed how to bruise and I showed how to scrape, and then I was just finishing up scarring, although I got to add some more to it. So if you hop back on here and look at the video as soon as it pops in, it takes a few minutes to pop in because once I press stop, it's got to load and then it will pop onto the. So if you leave your Teams up, not this call page, but the other page. Does anybody not know, before I show how to do this, does anybody not know how to find our videos? You want me to show it? Everybody knows how to find the videos? Okay. Okay, cool. So I'm going to stop recording, let it load. If you guys have questions in between, I'm here. I'm going to help these guys with whatever questions that they have, or, you know, some blendy stuff. If you want opinion, whatever, video chat me. It's all good. Sound good? Okay. Happy, I don't know, wounding? I don't know, whatever. Have fun, okay? Now, can't wait to see the pictures. Take pictures, lots and lots of pictures. I want to see. Okay? Bye. I'm going to stop recording so it can start loading.